Get ready folks, because today's battle report is going to be a clash of the ages. We've got fast-paced action, intense combat and plenty of blood and gore on the way. In this showdown, the relentless witch hunters known as the Hammers of Heresy are going to take on the fierce warriors of the Emerald Dream from Middenheim. These two warbands are out for blood, and trust me, this is one fight you absolutely don't want to miss. It's going to be brutal, it's going to be ruthless, and it's going to be epic. So grab your dice, get comfortable, and let's dive into the carnage. But first, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like if you find it interesting. Now, keep your blades sharp, your dice rolling, and may your warbands always find victory. It's battle time. Today it's the Emerald Dream from Middenheim, a warband of 13 proud warriors taking on the Hammers of Heresy, our tried and true witch hunter warband. The witch hunters suffered the loss of 2 flaglands in the last game, but have replaced them with 2 zealots armed with swords and crossbows. The witch hunters were the first to deploy on the map, setting up 8 inches in from the edge. Since we're playing treasure hunt scenario, they've spread out strategically to search through as many buildings as possible in the shortest amount of time. Now it's the Emerald Dream's turn. They choose a similar strategy, spreading out to search the building closest to their starting position. This is going to be interesting, as this scenario could lead to skirmishes breaking out in multiple areas of the board at the same time. The Middenheimers take the first move, advancing into the ruins of Mordheim. First up, 2 swordmen begin searching a building. They need a double 6 to succeed, but comes up empty-handed. Meanwhile, 2 warriors armed with clubs rush forward but aren't close enough to search anything yet. 2 more take cover behind a building while a youngblood attempts to search inside. With a target number of 12, he also finds nothing. Then we have 3 archers who moved into the building on the far edge of the board, but their search turns up empty as well. Finally, the sorcerer leads 2 warriors in a bold push toward another building, preparing to secure it in the next round. Now it's the witch hunters' turn. They advance in small groups, aiming to secure some buildings for their own search. They manage to reach and search 3 buildings in this round. First up, 2 witch hunters search through a ruin. The dice roll, but they come up empty. Nothing of value found. Next, 2 zealots take aim, preparing to fire arrows at the advancing sorcerer and his followers. They both need a 6 to hit. The first arrow flies, but misses its mark, and the second arrow meets the same fate. But now, the battle has truly begun. The captain and the priest then attempt to search a building, but luck is not on their side either. Finally, Ulrich, a zealot, and Gabriel Voss, a witch hunter, move into position, but they too come up empty-handed. The next round begins with the Emerald Dream advancing forward. This moment is so crucial that both players lean in over the table, carefully studying every move. 2 new buildings are occupied in the ongoing search for the hidden treasure. First, we see the swordsmen moving out of the building, positioning themselves closer to the witch hunters. The 2 warriors by the wall advance forward as well. The club-wielding warriors rush into a new ruin and start their search. They believe they might find treasure this time, but the dice are not in their favor today. The youngblood now charges into open terrain to join his comrades, while the archers position themselves to unleash arrows in all directions. The sorcerer dashes into a building, fanatically searching for the treasure, but luck isn't on his side, and he comes up empty-handed once again. In a desperate attempt, he decides to cast his spell, Sword of Resibel. He needs an 8 on the dice, and he makes it. A flaming sword materializes, illuminating the battlefield, granting him +1 to attack, +2 to strength, and +2 to weapon skill. He is about to become a dangerous force in the upcoming rounds. Now it's the witch hunter's turn again. Both players carefully study the battlefield, analyzing every detail to find the best strategy that will lead their warband to victory. 2 of the witch hunters rush into the tower ruins to search, but luck isn't on their side either, and they come up empty-handed. The 2 zealots spot the enemy on the opposite side of the square. They draw their bows and let the arrows fly. The first zealot watches as his arrows soars over the target. The second, however, releases the bowstring and his arrow finds its mark. Now he needs a 4 or more on the dice to wound, and a 6 means a critical hit. The roll lands perfectly, dealing 2 wounds with no armor save. With a 5 or 6 on the next roll, a Middenheimer will be sent out of action. And a 6 does the job. One of the warriors from the Emerald Dream is taken out of action. The captain, along with the priest, charges toward the gallows where the lifeless body hangs swinging. As the witch hunter captain approaches, the corpse suddenly springs to life. A zombie strikes out, needing a 4 or more to hit. But Captain Viktor is quick on his feet and dodges the attack. He then flips his pistols around, using them as clubs, and needs a 4 or more to strike back at the zombie. One of his hits lands through, and with another 4 the zombie takes a wound. The wound is so effective that the zombie is taken out of action. And since this is the last building left to search, they find the treasure right here, symbolized by a Norwegian 5-crown coin. Ulrich rushes forward to support his beloved captain, while the 2 new recruits of the warband hold their position, securing the corner to prevent any surprise ambush. Now it's Gabriel Voss, who has the advantage of height. He takes aim at one of the charging swordmen and lands a perfect shot. All he needs now is a 3 to wound, but he fails short. Now it's the Middenheimers' turn to declare their charges. Unfortunately, only one of them makes it to the target, while the others end up just an inch short. The one who reaches his mark is the sorcerer wielding the magical sword. Since he's charged, the sorcerer strikes first this round. He needs a 3 or more to hit, and a roll of 6 seals the deal. The magical sword provides so many bonuses that he only needs a 2 to wound, which he lands with ease. When another 5 rolls across the table, it means that one of the witch hunters is taken out of action. Next, 2 archers take aim at the zealots. They need a 5 or more to hit, but unlike the sorcerer, their luck runs out, resulting in 2 missed shots. We get an overview of all the warriors who have rushed forward. It looks like there are going to be some fierce battles around the gallows. Now it's the witch hunters' turn to declare their charges, and there's a plenty of them. The captain charges into a warrior, followed by the priest with support from Ulrich. The captain wields his pistols like clubs, swinging hard and landing 2 hits. One of the blows is so powerful that it causes a wound. With a roll of 6, Captain Viktor takes down a Middenheimer. Next up is Ulrich, armed with an axe and a dagger. He needs a 4 or more to hit, but unfortunately misses with both strikes. Then it's priest Matthias' turn. He swings, needing a 4, but misses badly. The Emerald Dream's warrior retaliates against Ulrich, but does no better, missing his target as well. A witch hunter and a zealot charges into the man wielding the flaming sword. The zealot needs a 4 or more to hit, but narrowly misses. Next up is the witch hunter. He also needs a 4 and lands a solid hit. He wounds on a 4 or more, and luckily for him, it's a wound. To his great fortune, he takes the sorcerer out of the action. The zealot with the bow takes aim at the Middenheimer archer. He lets an arrow fly, but misses his mark. Witch hunter Gabriel Voss takes a shot at the swordman, needing a 5 or more to hit, but the shot veers just off the target. The second Middenheimer swordman finds himself in a dangerous position as 2 zealots with crossbow let their bolts fly. The first ball hits but fails to wound. The second bolt also finds its mark, but must have struck something solid as it doesn't cause any damage. Now comes the moment of reckoning. A whole wave of Middenheimers declare their charges. This could get ugly. But first, the 2 archers take aim at the zealot. The first shot misses, and so does his companion. Now come the charges. First up are the 2 swordsmen charging into 2 zealots. The first swordman misses his initial strike, but gets a second attempt since he charged. This time he hits, needing a 40 wound, and he does. He stuns the zealot, but thanks to the zealot's smart choice to wear a helmet, he is merely knocked down instead. The second swordman also misses his attack, and this time the reroll couldn't help him. Next, Zealot Ulrich is charged by a warrior, but fortunately the warrior's attack misses. Ulrich strikes back with both his axe and dagger. The axe hits, but the warrior manages to parry the blow. Now, 2 champions and a youngblood charge Viktor Hellbane. This could get brutal. The first champion needs a 4 to hit, and with a roll of 5 he lands the strike. His hit also wounds, and that stuns the Witch Hunter captain, which means the second champion follows up and takes Viktor out of the action. Next, the priest rolls for initiative against the warrior. The priest wins the initiative but fails to land a hit. The warrior, on the other hand, strikes the priest, but luckily doesn't manage to wound him. Good strategic plan by the Middenheimers has allowed them to completely take control of the gallows and the treasure. The Witch Hunters, who started with 3 less fighters and now have lost 2, realize the battle is lost and retreat with their tails between their legs. Now it's time to see what happens to those who were taken out of action. Starting with the Middenheimers, the sorcerer rolls a 6 and will be ready to fight the next round. Next up is a warrior with a club. Unfortunately, he meets his fate in this battle and has died. Finally, the marksman makes it through and is ready to join the fight once more. Then it's the Witch Hunter's turn, starting with Captain Viktor Hellbane. He rolls a 25, resulting in a smashed leg. A follow-up roll of 3 means that Captain Viktor will have to sit out the next round to recover from his injury. Next is Witch Hunter Oswald, who rolls a 54 and escaped the battle unscarred, ready to fight in the next round. What an epic clash that was! The battlefield was stained with blood and both warbands fought with everything they had. The Hammers of Heresy and the Emerald Dream truly showed what they were made of. And this fight will go down in the history of Mordheim's deadliest skirmishes. Even though the Witch Hunters had to retreat this time, they won't stay down for long. And the Middenheimers may have won the treasure today, but the streets of Mordheim are far from safe. If you enjoy the carnage and the chaos, stay tuned because we have plenty of brutal battles coming your way. Until next time, keep your blade sharp, your dice rolling, and may your warbands always find victory. Thomas signing off.